afternoon. This is Aloore Radio. We are transmitting live from the Ministry of Information and Orientation, Secretariat Agodi Ibadan. This is World News. I am Tomishi Ajayi, but first the highlights. Oyo Assembly asks Makinde to replicate bus terminus in other zones. Oyo government, federal government trained 50 surveillance agents on anthrax. 1,545 farmers benefit from Oyo government World Bank intervention. And on the foreign scene, Zimbabwe votes in uphill election for deviant opposition. Before we proceed, you can follow us on Aloore Radio, YouTube at Aloore Radio, Facebook at Aloore Radio, and on our website at www.aloreradio.com and our mobile app 090398533731. Once again, 090398533730. Now the news info. The Oyo State House of Assembly has asked Governor Seyi Makinde to replicate the construction of bus terminus in other zones within the state. The House made the appeal on Tuesday while hearing a motion jointly sponsored by the Chief Whip Gbenga Oyekola and the leader of the House, Honorable Sonjo Adedoyin. The motion was titled Need for the Executive Arm of Government to Replicate the Construction of Bus Terminus in Other Administrative Zones of the State. The motion read by the Chief Whip harped on the importance of bus terminal in the management and development of the transportation sector in any state. Hence, the House resolved that such should be extended to all geographical zones in Oyo State. The second resolution in the motion was another appeal to the Oyo State Governor to increase the number of buses released to other zones like Oyo, Ogbomosho, and Oke-Ogun. This, according to the lawmakers, is to enhance intra- and intercity transportation across all zones as well as boost the economic activities of the areas. The motion acknowledged the giant strides of Governor Seyi Makinde in the transportation sector, especially in the construction of 4 ultra-modern bus terminals in the state, 2 of which have been fully completed while 2 are still under construction. Until the construction of the terminuses, as noted in the motion, cases of kidnapping were rampant among unauthorized taxi and bus drivers who kidnapped and conveyed their unsuspecting passengers along the road any time of the day. The House maintained that with the terminuses in place, the safety of every passengers and luggages is guaranteed, since all the particulars and information of the passengers will be taken and recorded on manifest before the vehicles will leave for their different destinations. Still on the news. The Oyo State government, in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Agriculture over the weekend, trained about 50 disease surveillance agents on accurate reporting of anthrax diseases in the state. Declaring the 3 days training open in Ibadan, the Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development, Barrister Olasukomi Olaleye, said the training is aimed at improving anthrax disease surveillance and thrift response. It said the epidemiology training was organized by the Regional Disease Surveillance Enhancement Project in collaboration with the Oyo State government in preventing and controlling of the animal disease in the state and the nation at large. The commissioner reiterated that though Oyo State has not recorded any case of anthrax disease so far, all hands must be on deck to prevent its outbreak. He added that the Oyo State government has put all machineries in place to prevent anthrax outbreak. Some of the efforts put in place, according to him, are mass media sensitization, on-the-spot assessment to abattoirs and livestock markets in the state, to educate stakeholders on the outbreak of anthrax in the country. While expressing gratitude on behalf of Engineer Seyi Makinde to the federal government of Nigeria, the commissioner enjoined the participants to be attentive and focus on the assignments before them. bearing in mind that they are ambassadors for the state. It stressed that the knowledge acquired will go a long way in protecting animals and human lives from damage of the epidemic. No fewer than 1,545 beneficiaries have so far received agricultural inputs in 19 of the 33 local government areas in Oyo State as a support from the Oyo State and the World Bank. The distribution was carried out by the Oyo NK in partnership with the World Bank under the Oyo State Agri-Business Development Agency, in line with the vision of the state's governor, Mr. Seyi Makinde, to assist the farmers that were affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Speaking with journalists at Oluyole local government during the last phase of the distribution at the 19 selected local government areas in the state coordinator for Nigerian COVID-19 Action Recovery and Economic Stimulus and Care Resort Area 2, Mr. Kola Wole Adewunmi Bamigbola, noted that no fewer than 1,545 farmers have received different types of agricultural inputs based on their farming categories in 19 of the 33 local government areas we have in the state. He also noted that the state-sponsored youth entrepreneurship in agribusiness projects, beneficiaries were carried along in the distributions exercise that cuts across all the 19 local government areas so far. And now on the foreign scene, Zimbabwe's on Wednesday began voting in closely watched presidential and legislative elections after a campaign tainted by the crackdown on the opposition, fears of votes rigging and public anger at the economic crisis. President Emmerson Mnangagwa, 80, who gave to power after a coup that deposed late ruler Robert Mugabe in 2017 seeking the re-election. His main challenger is Nelson Chamisa, 45, who leads the yellow-collared Citizens Coalition for Change party. The opposition, traditionally stronger and urban areas, is hoping to ride a wave of discontent over the Southern African countries' economic woes that include high inflation, unemployment, and high widespread poverty. Voting stations will close at 7 p.m. Nigerian time. The final result would be clear within 5 days. That ends the world news. Once again, the highlights. Oyo Assembly asks Makinde to replicate bus terminals in all the zones. Oyo federal government trained 50 surveillance agents on anthrax. 1,545 farmers benefit from Oyo government's World Bank intervention. And on the foreign scene, Zimbabwe votes in uphill election for deviant opposition. I am Tumishi Ajayi. Thanks for listening and have a good day ahead.
SafeMusicList.com, royalty-free music for marketing and promotional videos.
Join our growing community of listeners all around the globe by following Aloore Radio on all our social media platforms. On Facebook, Aloore Radio, YouTube, Aloore Radio. Visit our website on www.alooreradio.com. You can also download the Aloore Radio application on the Google Play Store by searching Aloore Radio. Call or send a message on 0903 985 3731.